Welcome back, collectors, to Comic Statues Unleashed. Today, we dive deep, literally, into the dark and watery depths of Prime One Studios' stunning 1/3 scale statue of the Drowned. There's just something about getting a new statue that makes you feel special.
Leave it. It's your day.
As part of their Dark Knights Metal series, this piece brings to life one of the most chilling characters in the DC Multiverse. Stay tuned as we explore its incredible craftsmanship, rich comic lore, and haunting details that make it a must-have for any collector. This deluxe version features two distinct and unique sets of both portraits and tridents. Now, let's get into it. But first, some backstory. The Drowned hails from Earth -11, a dark corner of the multiverse where gender roles are reversed, and Bryce Wayne, the female counterpart to Bruce Wayne, takes center stage. After losing her love, Sylvester Kyle, Bryce declares war on metahumans, ultimately leading to a catastrophic confrontation with Atlantis. Merging with the ocean god to survive, she transforms into the Drowned, a nightmarish amalgamation of Batman and Aquaman, deadly, determined, and drenched in vengeance. This character was first introduced in Scott Snyder and Craig Capullo's Dark Knights Metal series, where she serves as a lieutenant for the Batman Who Laughs. Her design draws heavily from gothic horror aesthetics, blending eerie and elegant elements to create a visually striking villain. Sure enough, I am slowly but surely making my way through the entire dark metal line and impressed by the progress, yet I can't help but feel something is still a little missing.
Damn, bro, you must get bitches.
Still no bitches.
This piece came in one box, and surprisingly, it kind of arrived out of nowhere. Prime One actually still has this showing as pending shipping as their status for it. Inside, we have a wonderful art box illustrating the statue itself. As usual with Prime One pieces, we have the included assembly instructions and item location, very clear and very well depicted. Inside, we have the first layer. Unwrapped, we get our first glimpse at both portraits and both tridents, as this is the deluxe version. First out of the box, we have the regular edition right arm with the standard trident. Smaller and positioned downward, this trident still has immense detail and perfectly applied paint application to give a well-oxidized piece of metal. The arm itself looks wonderful, with great detail to the materials and aesthetics of the overall statue. After that, we have the deluxe edition trident. Unlike the regular, this one is much larger and positioned in an upward fashion above the head. Also notice that this trident is much less rusted, but rather a beautiful and luxurious gold color. And here we have a quick side-by-side to illustrate the vastly different interpretations of the tridents, both in size and color. Moving on, we have the first of three huge tentacles of a massive submerged sea creature. The entire section is covered in a clear resin, giving the wet look to it, and it is brightly painted. The iridescence of it is easily noticeable, and the light bounces off it and transforms its palette remarkably. Then, we have the left arm. The leather appearance to the jacket and waterlogged damage is evident. The buttons have an authentic metallic look and seem to be well correlated with the feel of the statue. Prime One's attention to detail continues, even with the smallest of accent pieces. Here, we have the Drowned's revolver, still holstered, that clips onto her thigh. In terms of portraits, the deluxe version comes with two. However, I feel they are remarkably similar. The only notable differences lie in the cowl and headpiece. One exposes her hair and has a slightly larger eye patch. Both portraits lack any type of emotional reaction, which could be considered a miss. Other than that, the sculpt and hair look incredible. Subtle highlights on her face and hands give her a haunting, almost corpse-like appearance. And here I've just included a quick still shot highlighting some of the differences. I believe the hair exposed version is the deluxe edition version. And similarly, here is a shot from behind. Layer 2 of the box still wrapped up. And unwrapped, we have the complete body, remaining tentacles, and huge base. The body of this statue really steals the show for me. The design echoes gothic horror influences, blending femininity with menace. Her barnacle-encrusted armor reflects her nautical origins, with textures that feel organic yet battle-worn.
Damn!
The intricate details of her jacket suggest it was torn and weathered by the ocean, with frayed edges and subtle water stains. Metallic accents on the clothing are weathered with rust-like effects, adding authenticity. Every aspect of her has been ravaged by water damage and is evident. Her outfit gives the impression of being submerged in water, as it floats mid-air, giving the sense of motion to it. It has several layers of different tactile fabrics and suits the statue perfectly. The base is inspired by a turbulent ocean with translucent resin used to mimic swirling water and foam. It is clear and allows light to pass through easily. Very well done. Included are sea creature motifs such as barnacles, starfish, and tentacles, creating a sense of immersion in her underwater and tumultuous domain. The color palette uses shades of blue and green with a pearlescent finish, adding depth and realism to the water effects. The patinaed bronze figures encompassing the base give a unique aspect, as if the ocean is perched atop a building ledge or something. It's very Batman-esque to say the least. The base's design cleverly symbolizes her connection to the ocean god and her transformation. It integrates seamlessly with the figure, emphasizing movement and fluidity. As customary, we have the Comic Statues Unleashed 360-degree view and assembly video. The Drowned originates from Earth -11, a gender-swapped reality in the DC Multiverse. Here, Bryce Wayne is the Batman equivalent, and her tragic story mirrors Bruce Wayne with a twist. Her quest for vengeance leads her to take drastic and catastrophic actions against metahumans and Atlantis. Bryce's war against Atlantis culminates in her transformation. After defeating Aquawoman and sinking Atlantis, Bryce is forced to adapt to an aquatic life, merging with the ocean god to survive, which permanently alters her physiology and psyche. The Drowned's design is heavily inspired by Lovecraftian horror. Her barnacle-encrusted armor, waterlogged appearance, and command over monstrous sea creatures evokes themes of ancient, outworldly terror. Unlike the traditional Batman gadgets, the Drowned wields a corrupted trident-like weapon. This symbolizes her fusion of Batman's tactical brilliance with the aquatic might of Atlantis. The Drowned debuted in Dark Knight's Metal #2 in 2017, a groundbreaking series by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo that explores the dark multiverse and its twisted versions of Batman. Her armor's weathered look and aquatic motifs signify her transformation from a hero of justice to a vengeful force of nature. The use of rusted metals and organic textures mirrors the decay of her moral compass and humanity. Prime One Studios' rendition of the Drowned is nothing short of spectacular. Her barnacle-encrusted armor and aquatic motifs perfectly capture her nautical essence. The base features a swirling water effect that looks almost alive, complete with sea creature details that transport you to the depths of the ocean. From the jagged trident she wields to the intricate textures of her armor, every inch of this statue tells a story of power and tragedy. Her trident features jagged, coral-like details resembling a weapon forged from the ocean floor. Her facial expression is stoic but menacing, with flowing hair that adds a sense of movement. Fine details like barnacles, coral formations, and seaweed make the sculpt feel almost alive. The paint application enhances the eerie atmosphere, bringing out the textures and storytelling in the sculpt. It is a true testament to the artistry of collectible design. With its imposing presence and rich details, it's a piece that will stand out in any collection. Whether you're a fan of Dark Knight's metal, Aquaman lore, or Gothic-inspired characters, this statue is a must-have. What are your thoughts? Well, that wraps up this video. What do you think of the Drowned? Will she be diving into your collection? Let me know down in the comments. As always, thanks for tuning in, and until we meet again, keep your passion for collecting alive and your love for superheroes soaring.